Alrighty guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video, and we're going to go pick up a car. So we had a look at this car last weekend. Pretty good rig, not too bad. Kind of everything I'm looking for at the moment. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I sold my white GXE, the grandpa spec original owner, full original. So I sold that to a good friend of mine, and yeah, today we're going to go look at something similar but also very, very different. We got the trailer on at the moment. We're heading down there now, so we're about 10 minutes out, and I'll show you when the car's on the trailer. Out with the old, in with the new.
The next day.
What a weapon. Geordie, before I dump all the oil and coolant, refresh everything up, I'm going to go for a quick drive just to see, make sure everything's sweet. You know, having a good time here, right? Yeah. Let's go for a drive and we'll come back and I'll give you a hand. Watching you from over here. Cold start, and as soon as she warms up, she won't idle. Alrighty guys, we're in my new R31 SKYLINE.
Sounds turbo to me.
Sounds turbo. So in this video, I'll be showing you a little bit more around the vehicle, walking you around it, and then we'll keep you updated with what we do. We're going to go home, we're going to service it completely. It keeps fouling plugs at the moment, so we're just going to go for a quick little drive, and then we can put it back in the shed, get it all ready and serviced for a tune, and we can see what power it makes on a dyno. As you would have seen, we just picked up the new 31. So it's very similar to the old one, but it's very different at the same time. Let me show you around it. Alrighty guys, straight off the bat, it's a 1989 Nissan SKYLINE. It's a Series 3, and it's also an executive. This is pretty well the base model of the SKYLINE. So this car has a 411 LSD in it, with a standard Borg Warner diff. It's got a 411 LSD in it with an adjustable panhard rod. It's had a full Petters kit in the rear. Every suspension bush that needed to be done has been done. So it's got Petters struts and Petters springs, front and rear. Obviously lowered on the executive wheels. It's got a one-piece tail shaft into auto gearbox, which has been built by MV Automatics with a 3.5K stall, shift kit, fully manualised gearbox. Show you the interior while I'm here. So the interior is relatively clean, hasn't been detailed or cleaned or anything since I've got it. So it's got Series 1 GXE seats all round, using the executive door cards. Suits actually pretty well, so the blue interior looks really nice, it's very clean. I've put a TI steering wheel in it, and it came with the dash mat. Everything else in here is pretty standard except the Wolf 3D hand controller. But this engine is being controlled by Wolf 3D version 4, with a nice ignition system and a race coil. Quick rundown on the motor. So it's got a big Wade cam in it. So it's got a forged bottom end, so ACL bearings, ACL head gasket, ARP top to bottom. It's got hyper-pneumatic pistons. It's got standard con rods, but with ARP main bolts. Obviously been all refreshed, and as you can see on the side, it's got a cheeky little turbo. So the manifold, it's just factory VL turbo, low mount. So this turbo is a 3540 genuine Garrett with a really nice custom made dump, which runs into 3-inch exhaust, a high flow cat and 2 mufflers, which is tucked up very, very nicely under the car. This 3-inch exhaust has been tucked up perfectly on the underside of this vehicle. We've got a high flow cat with 2 mufflers, one before the diff and just one after. Adjustable cam gear to suit the big cam, Decker 850cc injectors, aftermarket fuel rail with a fuel pressure regulator. Still does have the standard inlet manifold. Obviously got your cooler piping for your front mount intercooler, which is tucked up in there really, really nice. It's been painted black, so you can't even see it. Looks super sleeper. This looks like a radiator. So it's got a custom rocker cover. It's got a rear drain. It's got a front drain, which runs down to the sump, which is again AN lines, and then the AN lines for the catch can. It's got a HKS filter in it, a genuine HKS filter, which is nice. So they're interchangeable if it ever gets brittle and starts falling apart. It's also got a little transcooler on the front of it to suit the built auto. They've tucked that up in there very nice, which goes from a soft line back into the factory hard line with a few AN fittings down there. So the best thing about this vehicle, it's still got factory aircon, still got the condenser with the little condenser fan in there. And if you look closely enough, still got heater, which is wicked. So it'd be a perfect little street car. Watch out for the next video. We're going to be looking at the condition of this car as a whole just before we go to the dyno. We'll be going to the dyno, boys. We'll be making some power. So this car is currently ran off a wastegate, so no boost controller or no turbo T. So it should be about 12 pound from the existing dyno papers, which should be pretty good. 12 pound with a big cam, forged bottom end. And yeah, as long as the injectors and the fuel pump can keep up, we should be able to push anywhere from 250 to 300, depending how much boost we can make off of that wastegate. I'm sure there's a heap of stuff I've missed with that quick rundown, but keep an eye out for the next video, guys. We'll be servicing it, getting it ready for the dyno, and then the video after that, we're going to take it to the dyno and see what power it makes. This vehicle was sold last year, about a year ago, unrunning, just put the cam in it, needed a few little things touched up. So the guy that bought it, he did all those things, got it running, and then I was looking for a 31. He said, look, I've got this project, needs a tune, runs and drives, and it's got a big mod list. So obviously I was super interested as soon as I saw that it was turbo with the big cam and the standalone ECU and all the ignition system that's been done with it, the built gearbox, the built rear end. It was almost too good to be true. So I went to go have a look at it. The body is in relatively good shape. It's probably about a 7 out of 10. So it's not mint. It's not as nice as my original GXE, which I just sold. So I did sell that, the GXE, to a good friend of mine. So stoked about that. He's happy with that, and I bought this vehicle. So hey guys, I forgot to finish out that video, but thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Get keen for the next couple of videos coming up, because there's going to be plenty of content on this old girl. Something a little bit different, obviously more 31 stuff. So get keen for some 31 content, boys.